Hey guys, so you got your TyreWatch X2 and you might have been getting 88 coming up on one of your sensors. 88 basically means we have range issues. So it's because there's so many variables out there with people's setups and what's going on and interference and all sorts of things. It's very hard for us to tell if you need a repeater or not. So if you are getting 88 here, if you get 88 once and then it comes back, that's fine. It just means once it didn't get the signal. It could have been anything. You could have even driven through a high interference area and then it came back. So, but if you're getting 88 all the time on one or two tires or on all your van tires, then you're probably gonna need a repeater. So a repeater just goes sensor to the repeater to the display. So it's just amplifying the signal. So on your kit, you're going to get the actual repeater itself. It is waterproof, can be mounted outside. Has a small little LED light and button here. Positive, negative. Fairly straightforward looking. And then you get these little things here we include in the kit. This here is a DC terminal plug with little screws on here, so you can actually just put the wires into there. Positive, obviously, and a negative. And unscrew and tighten those up. So we include this because it just allows us, if you're not hardwiring it, to test things easily, and gives it a little plug. So after you've sort of set it up, you're probably going to hardwire it anyway, but at the start you just want an easy way to test it, so that's why I've included that. So throw them in there, positive to positive, negative to negative. They will sit in there like that if you actually put them in correctly. Right, and that just gives us a little DC plug on the end here. So what that means is, let's make sure they're in. We can either plug a 9-volt clip and battery into here. So this will give you a portable repeater setup. So that allows you just to zip tie it in some places just to see where's the best place to put it if you're getting good range. Normally you're going to put this around the rear of your car somewhere, the A-frame of the trailer or the rear window of the actual car or ute. But the other one we have is a cigarette plug. So a lot of people are going to have a cigarette plug at the back somewhere. So you can even use that to plug it in permanently if you have one. If you don't have a cigarette plug, you might be going to be to hardwire this. Yeah, it just needs to be to an ACC power source. So that could be into your Anderson plug or into the trailer plug or wherever you have that power source. Could even be somewhere off the trailer or caravan. So that's that. So now we've got to have that done. Now we've got to go into our display here, and we've got to just tell it that we are using a repeater. So you'll see the repeater there. I've just plugged it into the cigarette plug in the actual car, and you'll see that red light's just flashing every now and again. So now what we want to do is I want to go into the menu on our screen. Sorry, I'm just going to go back one because I was already in the menu. So we're on the main page here. We have our repeater plugged in and powered up. Press the plus button. That's going to take us to a menu, and we are looking for PT. Click on that for the middle button, and PUT is what we're looking for. So I'm going to push that now, the middle button again, and PUT will start to flash, and you'll see the machine restarted, and a solid light came on the repeater. That means our repeater is all hooked up now. Repeater doesn't have to be hooked up for it to connect. So for example, if you disconnect the van, press and hold the plus button, and you're just using the car and the repeater's on the caravan, that's fine, doesn't have to be there. But what we've done is we've said to the repeater, hey repeater, please learn all these sensor IDs, and we've transferred all this sensor IDs onto here. So that's how that works. So now you basically want to go and take this repeater, put it somewhere at the rear of the car, and then just go and do a drive, or even depending how bad your issue was. If you were having your furthest tire, if you were just spinning off the sensor and it wasn't even alarming on the unit, then that's a good test. You can just actually take off a sensor and see if the pressure changes on your rearmost tyre. That'll show if the repeaters are working. If that was working fine, and you're only getting 88 when you're actually on the road and driving, you need to be in that same position to test if this is working. So again, put this in the back of the car on the SIG plug with the battery, go into the drive, see when the 88 was happening, and see if it still happens. Again, mounting the repeater, you have to think to yourself, okay, wheel sensors to this a repeater to display. So that's why we do provide a few different kits to allow you to put it in a few different places to test it, and just temporarily mount it first, and then once you're all working fine, you can permanently mount it. Again, like we said before, it is waterproof, so it can be mounted outside the car. For example, you could even have it inside the bumper here, not on the outside, but actually up and under on the inside. And you find that works quite well. That's going to be tight, it's going to be out of the way, and you can just hardwire it into an ACC power source. Or some people just go off the SIG plug and have it on the inside of the window here. Again, up to you. Mount it where it works, test it, then hard mount it.